This is the geometry text assignment that we're going to do in this little practice. This shows you how to do geometry text and have it cut through. We'll change the colors of the different things. But let's start with a new part. And we're going to start with a new sketch. And then if you look where the rectangles are, you can come all the way down and there's different types of slots and stuff like that. We're going to use the slot center point arc. And I'm going to start here and you'll see it creates a little circle like this. I'm going to come straight out to the left. I'm going to type for my distance. I'm going to type 4 and that's going to be the center. And then if I zoom out, you'll see it allows me, oops, let's do it again, so you can see it. So I started here and it's going to create a little arc like this. I'm going to bring it to the other side. This gives me my shape. I'll make it a little bit bigger than I did last time. And there's our little slot, okay? We are going to extrude that. It doesn't really matter what thickness. You can make it thin or thick, it doesn't really matter, but here's our little arc. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to go to sketch and I'm going to start a new sketch here, and that's what I need to do to do my geometry text. So when we select geometry text, see how I can't select anything here? It doesn't make anything available. So first I'm going to come up to geometry text. I'm going to click on here. Okay. That gives me a little line that I can work off of. Now, we're going to go to geometry text and I'm going to select this. And then we've got a couple things here. I've got our start angle, we've got our offset distance. This is a little bit different than the shapes. You have your direction of it, you have the geometry, which we already picked. And then what I'm going to start with is I'm going to go to the center justification. This makes it a little easier for us. And then I'm going to make my size, I'm going to start with 0.5 because I know that it's going to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to write my text and then I'm going to hit OK. And you see how it's down here at this bottom? What we can do is you can double click on it, and what we want is our start angle. Okay, this adjusts our thing. As long as you chose center justification, we can go here and we can say 90 degrees and it pops it right here at the top. Okay, the other thing that I have an issue with is it is hugging this edge. I don't want it to hug this edge. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to choose an offset distance. But before I do that, I want this text to be larger. So I'm going to make this, let's say, 1. That's much better. Okay. And all I'm doing is double clicking on it to open it back up. I'm going to try 0.25 for my offset distance and it brings it up. I'm going to play with it a little bit more. I'm going to make it 0.375. And I'm going to play with this number until I'm comfortable with it being in the center. And that's good enough for me. So the last thing I want to do is I want to change my font. I'm going to change my font to stencil. Let's say S. I'm going to come down and stencil right there. And I'm going to hit OK. Whoa! It shrunk it. Let's make it back the same size. I said 1. And then when we're done, we're going to finish it and extrude it. And we want to cut it through and hit OK. And then our very last thing before we're done is we're going to change the colors of everything. I like these smooth colors. I'll do dark green, and then I'm going to choose my extrusion for my text. And I'm going to make this, let's say, yellow. Yeah, I like that. Okay, make sure you hit save. And that is your geometry text. Okay?